Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. On November the 7th, I posted a number of videos. I want to talk about one in particular, and the title is, Might This Be Why Director James Comey Let Hillary Off the Hook? And it's a nice idea, but when you stop and look at all the pieces of the puzzle, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, the video talked about, is it possible that James Comey did this to prevent Obama from pardoning Hillary, while he still has the power and authority to pardon Hillary? No different than he's pardoned close to 1,000 convicted prisoners. Most of them are drug dealers. Can you see the association between Obama and drug dealers? Huh? The reality is that what Comey did was terribly wrong, for a whole lot of reasons. The first thing that he did that was wrong was coming out and saying what he did originally. It wasn't his position to either recommend indictment or not. His responsibility and the FBI's responsibility is to gather the information and present it to the Attorney General. But we know what Loretta Lynch did. She set it up. Well, I'll go by whatever they recommend. That isn't your job, Loretta. So what did he do? Well, a week, 10 days before the presidential election, he wrote a letter to Congress saying that he's reopening the investigation based on the evidence that was found. He said the evidence that was found. If evidence was found, how come it's no longer pertinent? And then we find out on the Sunday before the presidential election, he writes another letter to Congress. And the other letter says there's no evidence and his original recommendation stands. Can you imagine the enormous pressure he was put under to do what he did? Huh? Obama's legacy, if you can call it a legacy, I call it a pile of manure, pig manure. There's nothing that Obama's done that's benefited the American people. Absolutely nothing. But what do you expect when you put a community organizer that hasn't accomplished squat in his life into the Oval Office? What do you think you're going to get if that scag becomes POTUS? The same old, all over again. Comey must have received incredible pressure from above. Obama knows what would happen, or what will happen, once Donald becomes president. His legacy will be as worthless as he is. He might even end up, well, let's not go there. What James Comey did was disgusting, was wrong, was against the American people. And it'll be proven to be that in history. Hopefully it'll be proven to be that relatively soon. The American people have a choice. Allow the country and pretty much the free world to continue to be destroyed, or allow the country to be reborn again. Look what Donald's said he's going to do. He's going to do what needed to be done a long time ago. He's going to put term limits on these worthless senators. He's going to put term limits on these worthless congressmen. He's going to implement drug testing on members of the Senate and members of Congress. Do you not think those are noble and worthy requirements? I sure as hell do. I've said it in countless videos. If you were to drug test the 535 representatives, you'd have 150, maybe even more, gone that quick. Whether they're legal, illegal, prescription, I could care less. They'd be gone that quick. Do we want the same old, same old? Do we want people like Chucky Schumer heading up the Senate if the Democrats steal the Senate? Do we want morons like Mitch McConnell? If the Senate remains in control of the Republicans? Do we want worthless representatives in Congress like Paul Ryan, who's married to what either is or once was a Democratic lobbyist? How insane is that? You've got the Speaker of the House of Representatives who's a Republican, and he's married to Jenna Ryan, who either is or was a Democratic lobbyist. Folks, there are no alternatives in saving the country. A vote for Hillary is a vote against America's future. A vote for Donald is a rebirth for America's future. I'll be busy today putting up videos as the numbers come in. As I stated in one of my previous videos a month ago, the media isn't telling you the truth. The media has never told us the truth. The media is a propaganda machine controlled by the Democrats. Like most major corporations, Google is a leftist organization. Apple, I think, is a leftist organization. Microsoft is a leftist organization. And you have to ask yourself, what do they all have in common? Well, they were all created by the American people, supported, and allowed to blossom. And they've turned on the American people. They're just a few of the leftist organizations. There's many more. You have a choice. New Hampshire had a choice. They chose wisely. Let's hope many other key states choose wisely as well. Thanks for listening. I sort of digressed. This was about the FBI Director James Comey. But it's so easy to digress with so much that needs to be spoken about. Thanks for listening. If you agree, please pass this along to your like-minded friends.